beautiful view. It's crazy. So blessed, honestly. It's just amazing. So you can see. Zoom in. But yeah, it's beautiful. Alright, so what's going on? Different setting today. You know, I'm not in my per usual car. So this video I wanted to talk about basically the idea of being confident. I feel like confidence is something that I personally vary with. Recently, I'd say within the last few months, I've been extremely confident in myself because I've had experiences that have helped me grow. Like recently, ever since I've started working in customer service, I've really gotten like a backbone. I've noticed being able to speak to people, being comfortable speaking to people. Social anxiety basically went out the window. I could say almost anything to anyone. I could actually have conversations with people, which is crazy. Like, I'm telling you, me 6 months to a year ago, I was dead inside. Like, I couldn't speak to anyone. It's really nice being able to see myself grow, honestly. It's definitely a plus. And I guess my overall point here, what I'm trying to say is that you have to be able to really not give a damn about what anyone else is saying. Like, if you're able to really sit down with yourself and be like, hey, you know what, like, bro, you're forgetting that, like, you really gotta think, like, I'm the number one choice out here, dude. Like, I'm really that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think like that, I feel like you could, damn, like, you feel like you could do anything. Like, recently, I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten so good at chopping samples and stuff, and like just coming up with good melodies. I'll admit, I was in my peak of writing good melodies maybe a little bit ago. I'm still working on it, but dude, like, there's no doubt in my mind, everything that's coming into fruition these past few days for me. Like, I've made so much connections being in New York. I made so much connections here that I didn't make back in my hometown, just because I've been blessed to, you know, have the ability to just walk outside, walk down the street, meet people that have similar interests with me. Like this has never happened to me. I've literally met 3 new people being here for 4 days. I mean, for 4 days I met 3 new people, and I'm like, wow, like this is insane. Like, I'm telling you, when God genuinely has a plan for you, and you think in your mind there's no way I can lose, bro, like, you're not losing, bro. That confidence, when that confidence is there, like, bro, I'm telling you, and I'll admit, there's certain things that I'm still not completely confident in. Like girls, forget it, cause I'm still have my trauma, and, you know, I still think about people that, you know, might have done me wrong, people that I've done wrong. It's just, there's a lot of uncertainty in that field, and, you know, things always need to be worked on. But I guess for that, one thing I try to tell myself is that it's their loss. Like, I don't know, it's their loss. You know, I know who I am. I know that I'm that nigga. Like, I know I'm gonna be a star. I'm one of the greatest in the world. And if you couldn't see that, or you thought that you'd be better off with someone else, who am I to blame you? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to be like, oh, you should have been with me? Like, you weren't my person then, because, you know, my person is gonna want to be with me. So I think for that, that's how you gotta think. On to the next. I mean, it might hurt for a little bit, but know there's better coming for you. Positivity, heavy boost of confidence, I'm telling you. And we are, I'm human. I've been going through so much mood swings, and sometimes I can't even think, is their loss. Sometimes I sit there and think, what could I have done better? This and that, and I put myself down, and I'm honestly sick of it. you know, that's where I go into straight anxiety mode, butterflies in the stomach. I remember back in high school, specifically my senior year, nobody knows, but I used to every day, every time I got to school, I would be late to class in the mornings because I'd be in the bathroom throwing up. I'd have to ask the security guards to unlock the doors during passing periods so I could throw up. Like, my anxiety was so messed up because my confidence levels were so low. You know, I had people in that vicinity that messed me up so bad. And here's another thing I'll get to. When you get out of an environment, changing environments is really important too. People like to say you bring yourself wherever you go, and that might be true in some cases, but I think what's really there is if you bring that person to a new environment, the impact that the environment has will influence you differently. Like, bringing myself to a new environment, and even just being here for a couple days, it's brought me so much like wow, like there's a bigger world than the area that you're secluded to. Like, I'm sitting here, and even just walking around, I might feel lonely. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I walked around, I saw people with other people, and I'm like, man, I wish I had some company. But still, just being able to walk around and you see like dude, I've never seen that much beautiful girls in my life. Just walking down the streets that I've seen in my home city. Like, bro, like, I've never seen that much beautiful girls in my life. And I just, like, I'm so confident in the fact that, like one thing I've never not been confident about is that I know I look good. You know, as much, like, I've learned to see that throughout the years, it's not about looks. I've never been self-conscious because I know with girls, it's not about looks. I've seen too many ugly niggas with beautiful girls. I see too many ugly girls with good-looking dudes, and it's like, you know, it's not always about looks. It's about how you appeal to a person, stuff like that. So I've never been the type of person that's like not confident about the way I look. Like, I know I'm a good-looking dude. You know, I think I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm big, you know, I'm be on that Forbes, sexiest man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I see myself. So like basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is, for that, hold on, just bear with me. I guess for that, what I'm saying is, bro, like, I would literally, like, walk down the street, and, like, one of those girls walking down the streets in Soho, they're gonna be my wife one day. Like, I'm telling you, bro, there's a lot of beautiful women, and I know I'm a quiet one, and that just ties with self-confidence again. Another thing about being confident, for sure, is that you don't doubt yourself. You know, you gotta be able to see things through, even if you don't know how you're gonna get there, even if you don't know how you're gonna start. You gotta be able to sit there and be like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. You know, here's what's gonna happen. Like, you just gotta know that you're gonna have an end goal, set the end goal, even if you don't know how you're gonna get there. A lot of the times I set the end goal and I just, you know, listen to God. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still nowhere near where I'm trying to be at. But I see that there are paths opening up. And, you know, obviously I don't have a blueprint to be able to take each path, but seeing the paths open and sitting here and being like, all right, maybe I could take this chance, you know, trial and error, see where I'm gonna get. I feel like you could gain confidence with that. You shouldn't see failure as embarrassing or something that will make you lose hope. I feel like failure is just another way of life, and God's showing you that you're meant to take the other road. You're meant to take the other route to success, because success is the end goal. Success is all I see personally. You know, I know what it's gonna be like. I know I'm gonna be famous model, stylist, artist, you know, all of that. And I see the end goal. Like, all I ever see is myself in that field, beautiful girlfriend or wife, and I'm happy, honestly, you know. And that's all I see. And as much as I might sit here and be scary, like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to this girl, oh, like, like, you know, she's too pretty. And I'll admit, I think that, you know, I think hookup culture is disgusting. I'm not gonna get with no random girl. Like, I've had my fair shares of that. That's not my vibe. You know, I've grown as a person, and I'm not gonna approach a random girl on the street. I think that's creepy. But if I see someone and we're in the right setting and we just get to talking, there's no doubt in my mind that I could bag that. Like, I really think I could have anyone I want. You know, so don't set limits on yourself. You gotta believe that you could have the world, and then the world is your oyster. You could have anything you want. But yeah, that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. That yeah, the mind of confidence from an 18-year-old. But yeah, that's all for today. I know it's dark out now, so I look like a shadow, but that's kind of the point I wanted to put across. New camera, because the iPhone on the iPhone today, because my camcorder died. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to share with you guys today. Video might have been all over the place, but the main point I'm trying to convey is that you gotta remember that you're that person in your life. You're the main character. Don't let anyone dim you down or stunt your shining, because you're gonna be number one with what you want to do. You're gonna be number one in your eyes, and you're gonna do so many great things. So don't let anyone stunt your shining. You're gonna get the girl you want, and you're gonna get the dream. You're gonna achieve the dreams that you have. Within due time, God has a plan, and He'll always, you know, do what's needed and fulfill it. So have that confidence in you, because you're that nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What that Brazilian dude, what's his name, Tota? He's like, you that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember that. But most definitely, peace. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all. Peep the view one more time, man. It is so beautiful. But yeah.